The legend of the Bell Witch is one of the most chilling and well-known haunted tales in American folklore. Originating from the early 19th century in Adams, Tennessee, this eerie story has captivated audiences for generations with its blend of supernatural occurrences and real historical events. It stands as a testament to the power of oral tradition and how it shapes our collective fears and fascinations. The Bell Witch legend revolves around the Bell family, who settled in Tennessee in the early 1800s. John Bell, the patriarch, was a respected farmer and community member. However, his life and that of his family took a dark turn when they began experiencing strange and inexplicable phenomena in their home. These events would evolve into one of the most terrifying hauntings ever documented. The haunting reportedly began with simple, unsettling occurrences. Whispered voices, eerie scratching sounds, and faint knocks echoed through the Bell household at night. At first, the family tried to ignore these disturbances, believing them to be the products of their imagination or natural noises. However, the incidents grew more severe, making denial impossible. Before long, the entity behind the disturbances made itself known. It started speaking in a disembodied voice, identifying itself as Kate. This name led to the spirit being referred to as Kate Bat's Witch or simply the Bell Witch. Kate claimed she had a vendetta against John Bell and vowed to torment him until his demise. The reasons for this vendetta remain speculative and mysterious. What set the Bell Witch apart from other ghost stories was its unprecedented interaction with the living. The entity not only spoke but could recite Bible verses, mimic voices, and hold conversations. It also displayed a playful, mischievous side, sometimes engaging with visitors or entertaining them with jokes. Yet, its true nature was sinister, as it terrorized the Bell family relentlessly. The torment escalated as physical manifestations of the witch's presence became more pronounced. Members of the Bell family were slapped, pinched, and even pulled from their beds by unseen hands. Betsy Bell, John Bell's youngest daughter, seemed to bear the brunt of the attacks. She experienced frequent beatings and was left with bruises that sparked widespread concern and sympathy from neighbors. The fame of the Bell Witch haunting spread rapidly through the region. Curious onlookers and skeptics traveled from near and far to witness the paranormal activity firsthand. Many reported experiencing unexplainable phenomena themselves, lending credence to the stories. Even future President Andrew Jackson, who allegedly visited the Bell property, was said to have encountered the witch's wrath. Jackson's purported visit to the Bell farm added to the legend's mystique. According to folklore, he and his men camped on the property, only to be met with eerie laughter and invisible forces that left them deeply unnerved. Jackson himself was reported to have said, "I'd rather face the entire British Army than spend another night with the Bell Witch." The nature and origin of the Bell Witch have been the subject of much speculation. Some historians and folklorists believe it was fueled by local superstitions and the competitive dynamics of rural communities. Others have suggested that it might have stemmed from a more personal feud involving the Bell family and their neighbors. These theories, however, only add to the mystique surrounding the story. One prevailing theory is that Kate was the spirit of a woman named Kate Batts, who lived near the Bell family. Kate was said to be eccentric and was often accused of practicing witchcraft by locals. However, historical records provide no definitive evidence linking her to the supernatural occurrences, leaving her identity as the witch more of a symbolic suggestion than a fact. The Bell Witch's most malevolent act was tied to John Bell's mysterious illness and eventual death. Bell suffered from a condition that modern doctors might associate with neurological issues, but in the context of his time, the supernatural explanation prevailed. On his deathbed in December 1820, the witch reportedly cackled triumphantly, claiming responsibility for his demise by poisoning. Following John Bell's death, the entity's presence gradually diminished, but it did not vanish entirely. The Bell family continued to experience occasional disturbances, though these were less severe. Betsy Bell, who had endured the most intense torment, later married but eventually broke off an engagement, citing the witch's disapproval as a reason. The hauntings' echoes left a lasting impact on her life. The story of the Bell Witch has inspired countless retellings, with authors and filmmakers adapting the legend into books, documentaries, and movies. It has become a staple of American folklore, influencing popular culture and reinforcing the archetype of a vengeful spirit. The tale's notoriety has even attracted paranormal investigators seeking to validate the experiences with modern equipment. Despite the passage of time, the Bell Witch legend persists, keeping Adams, Tennessee, on the map as a site of supernatural intrigue. The Bell Witch Cave, located near the original Bell Farm, is a popular destination for tourists and ghost hunters. Believers claim that the cave holds residual energy connected to the spirit, making it a key point of fascination for those captivated by the legend. The cave itself is a shadowy, narrow space that seems perfectly suited for ghostly tales. Visitors have reported feeling cold spots, hearing whispers, or even seeing shadowy figures while inside. Whether these experiences are products of suggestive psychology or genuine paranormal events is a question that continues to stoke debate and curiosity. Skeptics argue that the Bell Witch legend is a mixture of fabrication and exaggeration, emblematic of the storytelling traditions of the 19th century. The community's isolation, combined with religious fervor and the era's acceptance of witchcraft accusations, created fertile ground for such stories to thrive. For many, the tale serves as a reminder of how fear and folklore are intertwined. Yet, the Bell Witch tale stands out because it is rooted in real places and people. Unlike many ghost stories based purely on fiction, the Bell Witch legend names actual historical figures and sites, lending an air of authenticity to the narrative. This mix of fact and myth blurs the lines between reality and legend, fueling its enduring power. Over the years, some researchers have sought to demystify the Bell Witch by investigating historical records. They've combed through land deeds, letters, and newspapers in search of clues that might explain the haunting. While these investigations have revealed interesting insights about the Bell family and their era, the supernatural elements of the story remain as mysterious as ever. One of the more intriguing aspects of the Bell Witch story is how it reflects broader themes found in folklore worldwide. The idea of an unsettled spirit seeking revenge or justice is common in many cultures, from European banshees to Japanese eerie. This cross-cultural similarity suggests that such tales speak to universal human fears about retribution from beyond the grave. For the people of Adams and ghost enthusiasts alike, the Bell Witch story is more than just a tale, it is part of the town's identity. Local festivals, tours, and events commemorate the legend, drawing visitors who are eager to learn more or possibly catch a glimpse of the supernatural. It has become an economic and cultural cornerstone for the region. The Bell Witch also raises questions about belief itself. Why do some stories persist while others fade away? The enduring appeal of the Bell Witch may lie in its ambiguity. With no definitive answer about what truly happened at the Bell Farm, people are left to draw their own conclusions, which keeps the story alive and open to reinterpretation. Paranormal experts often cite the Bell Witch as one of the most compelling cases in American hauntings, due to the sheer volume of witnesses and reported interactions. Yet, the lack of contemporary documentation outside of oral histories and later written accounts creates a puzzle that fuels debate among historians, believers, and skeptics alike. Modern interpretations of the Bell Witch sometimes weave in psychological explanations, suggesting mass hysteria or collective delusion. In a tightly knit rural community, fear and superstition could spread rapidly, creating a shared belief in supernatural events. Such theories provide a rational framework for understanding the haunting, yet fail to fully dispel its eerie legacy. The Bell Witch legend continues to captivate because it embodies the essence of ghost stories, the unknown. It taps into deep-seated fears of the unseen and the unexplained. Whether one believes in the paranormal or not, the story of the Bell Witch has solidified its place in the tapestry of American folklore, a reminder that some mysteries refuse to be solved. Ultimately, the story of the Bell Witch is more than just a haunting tale. It's a reflection of the human condition, our fears, beliefs, and the stories we tell to make sense of the world around us. As long as people are drawn to the enigmatic and the macabre, the Bell Witch will continue to haunt the pages of history and the imaginations of those who dare to listen.